Dave Sims, Larry Conley, and Jay Billis with you in Ames, Iowa. The Sprite Slam Jam, a three-point contest. Take a look at our final two contestants here in the three-point shooting contest. And Brett Nelson out of St. Albans, West Virginia. Slow start, good finish in his first round, racked up 17 points.
Going to hit south and play for Billy Donovan down in Florida, who's got several good freshmen down there right now. Mike Miller, Ted Dupay, a couple of good ones. And this guy reminds me so much of Jason Williams, who was the #7 draft pick of Sacramento last year. Great shooter, great handler of the ball.
And Jason Williams also from West Virginia.
That nice long-range jump shot. Gets a lot more lift on his jumper than most of the guys we've seen.
Got the money ball in the first rack. Able to hit that one. Good start.
You can see right there. I mean, look at that lift. Got a nice jump. The good follow-through, the extension, everything is there. I'll tell you what, he'll have a chance to shoot a lot of those down in Gainesville.
No doubt about it.
Donovan loves to go up and down the floor, and this guy loves to play that kind of game. I think there are a lot of guards around the country that like to play for Billy Donovan.
A lot of freedom, right?
Absolutely. They love to shoot the long-range jump shot, and this guy's great at it.
Oh, couldn't get it to go. At 3 seconds to spare, so Brett Nelson brings up 13 points.
And take a look at Brett Nelson. Now look at the lift he gets with his legs. Squares up well with his body. He's got the good follow through. See the arm extension? Missed that last shot, but he really does have good form on his shot. You know, David, it takes a lot of practice, though. I mean, you got to stay in the gym hours and hours and hours to work on shots like that. One of the great things I like about basketball, the fact that you can work on your game without anybody else being around.
That's exactly right. You're looking at our first round leader, Jason Capono. He had 21 points in the first round. He did a great job, had great rhythm, was hot on the first 3 racks. And the score to beat is 15 of Damien Wilkins.
Where's the money ball? Here's another one of those undecided guys, not sure where he's going to go to college. And you can see the way he shoots the basketball. I mean, he has got a great stroke. Look at the push, straight out. Those 2 that he missed, didn't miss by much. And he makes 3 of 5 out of the first rack.
That's a heck of a good start.
A little slow on the release. Not real quick at getting the ball up from the waist all the way up and releasing it. But once it's there, it's in the basket.
On a pretty good roll right now. Score to beat is 15. He's at 10 now. Well on his way. Still has 2 racks to go. Will that one bounce home?
Once again, not a great deal of lift out of those legs, but good follow through. Look at that. He's got that rhythm. You see the little bounce? All he does is just bounce. He gets that good feel. There he goes.
There he goes. He's our winner.
He wants more.
He's going to get a chance for the money ball. He gets it off and counted. Well done. Very consistent performance by Jason Capono. Here's our 3-point champion.
Happy guy right now. Look at that. Watch him now make this move over here. You see the rhythm right there. See, he's got the bounce. The legs are bouncing. He's got the good feel. Good follow through. Good push. Look at the extension of the arms. Outstanding. Didn't even let the rack bother him.
Not bad at all. First round, 21 points. Second round, 20 points for our winner and champion here at the 1999 3-point contest, Jason Capono. And we'll be back to talk to him here in Ames right after these messages.
ESPN's presentation of the Sprite Slam Jam is brought to you by Sprite. Image is nothing. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. And by the irresistible taste that makes you say, did somebody say McDonald's?
Welcome back to Ames High School. We have a winner in our 3-point championship, and his name is Jason Capono. Great first round. Pretty much as good the second round. 21 points and then 20 in the second round. And Jason is standing by right now with our Jay Billis.
Thank you, Dave. We're with Jason Capono, the winner of the three-point shooting contest. And right now, Mike Slocum of Sprite has a very special presentation to make. Mike?
On behalf of the Coca-Cola Company, we'd like to present Jason with this award. Great shooting, Jason. Yeah, good job.
Well, Jason, I can see that the scouting report on you already is to make you put it down so you can't shoot that three. Where did you get that shot?
Basically, I've just been growing up just shooting a lot, just playing outside or whatever, and I just had great coaches throughout my years or whatever, and I just practiced. So practice does make perfect.
Now, you're undecided on your college choice. When are you going to decide?
Hopefully, I'll be able to decide by, April 9th through May 15th. So I should have it down by then.
Well, what's it down to?
Right now, it's Utah, Rhode Island, UNLV, and the University of Missouri.
All good schools. You can't go wrong. Congratulations on a great performance. Dave, let's go back to you.
All right, Jay, thank you. The All-Americans are getting ready for the Slam Jam here in Ames, Iowa. Coming up next, the Sprite Slam Jam. Carlos Boozer will be ready to dunk on the field, but Jonathan Bender, Donnell Harvey, and Jason Williams, they're going to have something to say about that. The dunks are on the way. Welcome back to Ames, Iowa, everybody, for the Sprite Slam Jam and three-point contest. Right now, the feature event, the Slam Jam. Here's your rules. Each player, 3 dunks from 3 positions on the court, scored from 8 to 10 points. 1 miss allowed for each dunk, and a second miss is given a score of 0. Take a look at our judges. Al Lorenzen, as we go left to right. Al Lorenzen, 1994 McDonald's All-American, former Iowa Hawkeye. Ron Briscoe, Regional Basketball Report. Sonny Hill of the Sonny Hill Basketball League and executive advisor with the 76ers. Van Coleman of the Future Stars. Marty Terrell of Jock Radio. And the mayor of Ames, Ted Tedesco.
Yo, foul line.
Check out our first contestant. It's out of Iowa Falls High School, Nick Collison. And he is going to Kansas.
Nick has great size. Reminds me a great deal of Rafe LaFrentz, only he's right-handed. This guy's going to be a terrific player down in Kansas for Roy Williams.
Kept it pretty basic. Got it down. Got a nice score. 9s across the board.
Collison has great size, a 6'9", 230 out of Iowa Falls. Obviously a local favorite here in the state. You see that he can get up. .54 points on that first dunk. Nick's going to be one of those guys that's going to fill out. He's 230 right now, coming out of his senior year in high school. He's probably going to get up to around 240, 245. It's going to be a strong inside presence for the Jayhawks for years to come. Roy Williams had a lot of success recruiting out of the state of Iowa. And there's one of those 2 misses you're allowed.
Yep. Very ambitious by Collison. The timing has to be just right.
Yeah, you can see the little windmill dunk right there. Pull it down to the waist and then throw it back up. Nick looking for a little support from the local fans here. He said, come on, let's hear something from you.
That's right.
Let's do it again.
I like his chances. Oh, he lost it on the catch.
He's got a 0 out of that one now. Collison, one of those guys, a coach's son, very fundamentally sound. I'm sure this is something his dad didn't teach him.
If he made the catch, I think he would have been in good shape. So he gets 0 points on that second dunk.
Collison looks like he's looking for some instructions. I think he knows what to do. He throws it off the wall.
Oh, that could have been
backboard.
That could have been nice. Just, that's not an attempt. And the thing you got to remember, too, just like in everything in basketball, you got to maintain your composure. You don't want to get embarrassed out here. Well, so you can recover from something like that.
You also want to make sure if you're going to throw it off the wall that you hit the right part of the wall.
That's right, to get that good, clean return.
Nice changing. Oh, a little turn.
That works. That'll work. That'll work. He's got some gymnastics in his pass. He's got 10s across the board on that one.
How about that? I see lots of 9s and 10s. Look at these guys. They're all giving him high fives.
That surprised everybody.
Look at that cartwheel. Is that gorgeous? I don't think he'll be able to do that in the game, but sure looks good out here.
Beautiful.
I don't believe I've ever seen anybody do that.
I tell you what, I've seen a lot of these contests over the years. That is rare. It got the judges, got them going, huh? Sonny Hill led the charge out of their seats. 10s across the board.
You know, I think they were giving it a 10 on the cartwheel. Forget the dunk.
114. Good recovery after that miss.
Jonathan Bender, the next contestant, getting ready to step in. Dave, I was watching this young man in the three-point shooting contest. He didn't get into the finals, but boy, he really showed me a great stroke for a guy 6'11". He might be able to wander that perimeter in pretty good shape. Averaged a double-double for the year. How about that?
Here we go, the first dunk attack. Oh, big power. The big crank from Bender. Tell you what, he got to the basket in a hurry. He moves like he's about 6'2", 6'3".
Got a lot of jewelry on tonight, too. He's got his necklace, got his earring.
It is not from the Larry Conley collection.
Jonathan going to be a terrific player at Mississippi State. Mississippi Player of the Year. I think he does very well. And reading his bio, talk a great deal about his ability to block shots. He's a great one for the inside, either rejecting or altering shots. Right now, he wants a dunk.
Heads up. That was out of the Dominic Wilkins school. A little bit too deep. He got the back rim.
Now, Bender's yet to throw one down, but I'll give him 10 for elevation.
Yes, indeed.
Jonathan out of Picayune Memorial High School, Picayune, Mississippi. Now he's going to try for his second dunk. Very important that you get one of your two dunks on the three that you got in. Otherwise, you don't have much of a chance to win.
That's exactly right. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
A little touch with one hand up on the glass and a turn, a 360.
Nice numbers.
That was nice. Watch again. Watch the spin in the air, touch the board, and turn and dunk. Yeah, this guy's got some great athletic ability. Talk about lifts and hops. He's got them.
Something like a little 360 up in the air.
I like those guys that can cup it. You know, cup it and go up there strong with it. This guy can do it.
Tell you what, it'd be interesting to catch him on a wing in a Mississippi State game coming down and finishing off the break.
He's going to start this one from somewhere around Des Moines.
Well, this could be the Dr. J takeoff at the line special here.
Yeah, this could well be it. Even the players over there, his opposing teammates and also his opponents are up watching this one.
You like the anticipation here. You know when competitors and opponents get up for you. Here we go. Bender, three-quarter court, took off the foul line.
Whoa! That's big. With the left hand. He was about a half a step in front of the free throw line when he left the floor.
10s across the board.
Watch this maneuver. Forget the walking. Look at the move. Oh, that's so sweet. Watch this reaction. Look at him. Look at this. Just a little bit inside the free throw line.
That is remarkable.
Hey, Dave, that's some hang time up there, too.
6'11". Finishes with 117. Boy, I don't remember 30, 40 years ago, 7-footers being able to climb and run like that. We've got a terrific start to our Slam Jam here in Ames. We'll continue with more right after these messages. More For the high school basketball Sprite Slam Jam and three-point contest, we continue. And stay with us here on ESPN. Coming up right after the Sprite Slam Jam is the McDonald's All-American High School Game. The game features the best high school basketball seniors in America. You can also log on to ESPN.com during the game and listen to the East and West All-Star coaches live. It all starts at 9 p.m. Eastern right here in Ames. The McDonald's High School All-America Game coming up next on ESPN. For more information, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. In that showdown, you'll get to see the complete game of all the Sprite Slam Jam competitors. Now let's take a closer look at the East All-Stars. Leading the way for the East squad is the 1999 McDonald's National Player of the Year, Jason Williams. The 6'2" point guard from New Jersey averaged more than 23.7 assists and 3 steals per game. Williams is headed south in the fall to play for Coach Mike Krzyzewski's powerful Duke Blue Devils. Now joining Williams at Duke is Casey Sanders, a wiry 6'11", 210-pound center who has set the Florida State record by blocking an unbelievable 19 shots in one game. Heading to the ACC with Williams and Sanders is Majestic Mapp. The prototypical 6'1" point guard will leave New York City to help Pete Gillen's rebuilding process at the University of Virginia. Forward Damien Wilkins, son of NBA great Gerald Wilkins, will head to North Carolina State. Damien, like his father and Uncle Dominique, has the ability to dunk and leap and put points on the board. Also heading to the Tar Heel State is shooting guard Joseph Forte from perennial prep powerhouse DeMatha High. Forte is one of the best shooters in the class and should provide immediate help for Bill Guthridge at the University of North Carolina. Forte's high school teammate Keith Bogans is heading to the Bluegrass State to play for Tubby Smith and the Kentucky Wildcats. The versatile 6'4", 190-pound guard combines strength with the ability to hit the outside shot. Also suiting up with Bogans at Kentucky will be Marvin Stone, a burly 6'10", 240-pound center who's been one of the top players in Alabama the past 2 seasons. Just across the Ohio River from Kentucky is Cincinnati, which will be home to Kenny Satterfield, a 6'3" shooting guard from New York City who will fit the mold as one of Bob Huggins' athletic Cincinnati Bearcats. The final 2 players on the East squad have yet to make up their mind on college. DONNELL HARVEY is an athletic 6'7" senior who should end up playing in the ACC or SEC. And DeMar Johnson, a 6'9" forward from Maine Central Institute, could be the latest prep phenom to skip college and head straight to the NBA. We had a look at the East. We'll take a close-up look at the West coming up a little bit later. But here's a guy that came from way out west from Alaska. And the folks at UCLA, St. John's, and Duke, they can't wait for Carlos Boozer to make his decision.
I want to tell you what, where I live, west and north, way north, Juneau, Alaska.
Popular dunk right here. There's one miss.
Boozer, 6'9", 245. Actually lived in Washington, D.C., moved to Alaska when he was very young. And tell you what, he's got a great body, great physique, strong shoulders, strong back. This guy looks like a legitimate big-time college prospect. Let's go back and watch the dunk again. Throw it down on the floor, the 360 and the throwdown. Even took a little bow after that, and why not? Nice catch. That's a timing play, too, on that particular dunk.
Good thing he's got long arms. Might have been, if he had to see that, probably want to be in about another 6 inches.
Got 55 points out of that first dunk. Yeah, we should turn Jay Billis loose on that. He could probably get in here and get at least 120 or 25 out of this.
Power dunk there.
Crowd likes it. They got 10s up. Watch Boozer again. Very strong, physical player. Got strong legs.
Oh, he does, okay.
Carlos Boozer's got one more. Now he's asking his teammates, what would you guys like for me to do? Now he's going to get about probably 23 different opinions on what they want him to do out there right now. So Carlos looks around and says, well, I'll decide what I'm going to do. You guys obviously don't know what I'm capable of.
Mulling it over. Looks like he may just go basic.
He did.
Figure get the points, get into the clubhouse.
I think the minimum here is 8.
Yep.
They don't print any numbers under 8.
Kept it real simple. Got on the board, picked up some points, and we will continue with more here from Ames, Iowa, the Sprite Slam Jam. Great to have you with us, Carlos Boozer. Going to be a great player in big-time basketball. We're back at Ames High School for more of the Sprite Slam Jam and three-point contest. A lot of great names have participated here. We flash back to the 1996 Sprite Slam Jam. Current LA Laker and 1997 NBA Slam Dunk champion Kobe Bryant. He was good, but not good enough. Kansas' Lester Earl took home the trophy with this spectacular dunk, getting perfect Tims all around. Earl easily cleared the ball rack with the clincher to take home that 96 championship.
Watch Lester Earl again. How about somebody could sky? One of the judges over there who did somewhat similar things when he was in high school, a guy named Grant Hill.
You can be the judge as well. Log on to ESPN.com to vote for your favorite dunks from tonight's Sprite Slam Jam.
Let's keep an eye on this guy, DONNELL HARVEY. Oh, he wants the crowd now. He wants a little help.
Tell you what, he looked pretty good in the warm-ups when the kids came out earlier.
He's asking everybody to back off.
Donnell undecided as to where he will go to college. Turns around and grins at the judges.
DONNELL HARVEY out of the state of Georgia, going up and throwing one down. Very athletic player. Scouting report on him is he loves to rebound. Really attacks the glass.
Tell you what, he is definitely got the chassis for that. You can see he'll be able to clear a lot of folks out underneath.
See him palm that basketball, big hands. Got great size, 6'7", about 220.
The left hand does it for me.
That's pretty good. He looks back at his teammates and his opponents for Wednesday's game and says, well, what do you think?
Not too shabby, 59 points out of a possible 60.
Look at that turn with the left hand. Such great athletic ability. Look at that in midair, a 360, almost looking down into the basket.
And make it look so easy.
Dave, are you saying you couldn't do that?
I tell you what, just running across the court, just jumping in the air, doing a 360, a couple inches. So these kids are talking about 3 and 4 feet up in the air.
Donnell now in the midst of a consultation over there, and once again everybody offering their opinion about what he should do.
Well, he's in good shape point-wise, 53 and 59 on the first 2.
You know, when you got that kind of athletic ability, it's incredible what is on the horizon for you.
Oh, I know.
Standing there and once again thinking and thinking about it. Don't think too much. See a little creativity. He wants the points. That's what he wants.
Get the points. Make the cut. They didn't like the creativity on that one.
Just get the points and move on. DONNELL HARVEY with a big smile. Those legs kick up underneath him.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that's getting up there. And Harvey did the right thing. Just pounded home.
You know, Dave, if you want to win this thing, that's what you do. You make sure all 3 of your dunks go through.
We'll take a timeout. Donnell Harvey, 165 to take the lead. We'll go to Kenny Satterfield when we get back to Ames right after this. More jams coming up in a moment here from Ames, Iowa. We're at Ames High School for the Sprite Slam Jam and three-point contest. And later on tonight on ESPN2, watch the pairs competition from the 1999 World Figure Skating Championships in Helsinki, Finland. Headlining this event will be Danielle and Steve Hartzell, who just won their first U.S. pairs title. That's tonight at 11 p.m. on ESPN2. Coverage of the World Championships continues on ESPN and ABC Sports all weekend. For more information, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. Another promotional reminder, the McDonald's All-American game follows the Slam Jam at 9, and we previewed the East earlier. Now let's take a more in-depth look at the West All-Stars. The West squad spans farther west than usual with the selection of Alaska's Carlos Boozer. The 6'9" forward has scouts drooling with an impressive outside game that complements his inside power. Boozer will announce his college decision in early April. It's between St. John's, UCLA, and Duke. If Boozer were to select Duke, he would join Mike Dunleavy Jr. out of Oregon, who's one of the 3 McDonald's All-Americans already to commit to Duke. Dunleavy has great range, and as you would expect with the son of an NBA coach, is a well-rounded player. Iowa's NICK COLLISON is a versatile forward who shot 71% from the field this year. You can bet he'll put on a show in front of his home state before he heads to Kansas to play for Roy Williams in the fall. 6'11" center Jonathan Bender's one of the top post players in the country. He'll take his 24 points and 14 rebounds to Mississippi State. Brian Cook from Illinois is another player who makes his presence felt in the middle. Headed to Illinois, Cook averaged over 21 points and 10 rebounds a game. Jason Gardner is an ultra-quick point guard from Indianapolis. He shot better than 40% from three-point range. His style fits right in at Arizona, where he'll play for Lute Olson. Lavelle Blanchard is the all-time leading scorer in Michigan high school history. The 6'7" high-flying wing does it all, including a 3.8 grade point average. Staying in Michigan, Jason Richardson is a 6'6" wing forward. His open court style of play will fit right in with the talented Michigan State club and Tom Izzo next year. Brett Nelson out of West Virginia is an outstanding guard who averages 33 points a game. He'll take his scoring to the young and talented Florida club next season and play for Billy Donovan. Jason Capono is the latest McDonald's All-American out of California's Artesia High, following the O'Bannon brothers, Ed and Charles, who went to UCLA. The 6'7" Capono averaged 25 points a game and has yet to decide on his collegiate future. Look at our leaderboard here at the Sprite Slam Jam, and Donnell Harvey just took the lead, 165. Jumping ahead of Carlos Boozer, and the key thing for Harvey, just get the dunk through. Just get something through.
Well, get the points and then get into the finals. That's what you want to do.
So we go from the power of Harvey to see what one of the top guards in New York City has to offer. Kenny Satterfield out of Rice High School, the once again Catholic High School League champions, knocking off Christ the King on Sunday. Kenny had a big role in that.
Scored 32 points. Had a big afternoon.
Satterfield, a 6'3" guard, headed to Cincinnati.
Tell you one thing Bob Huggins is going to really like about this guy is his outside shooting ability. He's in the dunking contest right now, but I have watched this guy shoot a little bit. I'm going to tell you, he has got a great stroke.
Picked up 51 points on that dunk.
Using the rim to help him lift himself a little bit.
Why not?
A long line of really good players out of Rice.
Felipe Lopez. Oh, that could have been a big one. Still the dunk of choice.
He got that one. Yes, sir. Satterfield is 6'3", 175, and with the weight program that Huggins has at Cincinnati, I can guarantee he'll be up about 200 by the end of his freshman year.
Bank on it.
Watch Satterfield again. You can see our camera from behind the basket. Nice catch and a nice throw down.
Timing is so delicate on this.
Got it just right. Just got it over the front edge of the rim. It's going to be his last dunk, his third one. Picked up 54 points on that one. It used to be when they started out with these type of contests, guys who just threw it down and did it with some authority got all the points. But now you got to throw everything in there.
Sure. Try to reverse this again. Got it!
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at Kenny Satterfield. Nice guard out of Manhattan, New York at Rice High School with a nice little reverse jam. Watch the eyes. Pick it up, pick up the basket, and throw it down from behind. Nice.
Tell you what, Jay Billis standing by with a pretty good guard there. He can get it down.
A very good guard, Dave. And Kenny, you're trying to give one for the little guys out there. The big guy's been taking all the headlines so far.
I know. I think me, Jason, Joe are probably the only guards that's in the contest. So trying to help all the guards out right now.
Well, you're headed to Cincinnati, and the nickname Helicopter's taken. Do you have one?
No, I don't have a nickname. I hope they give me one, though.
Well, maybe Hang Glider. Nice job. Congratulations. Back to you, Dave.
All right, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Kenny. Take a time out. Our leaderboard here at the Slam Jam: Donnell Harvey, Boozer, Kenny Satterfield broken into that bunch, and Jonathan Bender. More coming up in a moment. In a few years, we'll be talking about this young guy in the Sprite Slam Jam. He's got a little bear there and everything. A flashing back to the 1997 Slam Jam. Kansas, Kenny Gregory. He showed all his acrobatic moves, but a miss in the finals left the Columbus, Ohio native with a runner-up spot, leaving the door open for Baron Davis. The UCLA point guard showed that little guys can sky too. His self alley-oop off the board gave him the points to take home the trophy. Baron Davis, the 1997 champion. And our current standings right here will be Harvey, Boozer, Satterfield, and Benders. We await our next competitor, and it will be Damien Wilkins, the son of Gerald Wilkins, the Orlando Magic. First team All-State, Sunshine State of Florida.
Hey, you go back and look at that 97 again. Baron Davis and Kenny Gregory. I mean, those were two guards. They were standing up for the guards. Where are the guards here tonight, huh?
Kenny Satterfield in third place right now. Wilkins, here's that dunk of choice going up.
And the first one's a miss.
I got the feeling on playgrounds all around America, people are working on this one all of the time. Wilkins up, got it.
I tell you, Dave, his uncle, Dominique Wilkins, is maybe the most electrifying college player I saw coming out of high school the year that he came out. And there were a lot of quality players that year, but boy, could he get up. Just like that. Yeah, he's got a little bit more weight than his dad and his brother coming out of high school.
Boy, consulting with Ronald McDonald. What kind of Happy Meal is he going to come up with here?
Well, whatever it is, Ronald McDonald is giving his advice. Let's see if he takes it.
He supersized a dunk here. Not bad.
That's pretty good. Okay, Ronald, give him something else.
Scored a 53 on that.
Once again down on the floor. High off the glass. Good catch with the right hand. There's so much that is entailed in this type of play. I mean, the ability to recognize when the ball is going to reach the level of the rim, the catch with the hand, the timing, the leap, the strength to get up. All of that comes into play.
Damien Wilkins, 48 and a 53, 101 through 2. Surprised more guys have not done the three-quarter run like we saw earlier. Bender, took off from the opposite foul line and just ran to three-quarters court and took off from the near, just below the near foul line, and hammered one home. Here's Wilkins.
Not sure many of them have that much hang time like Bender. That's pretty good. Yeah. Pretty far from the basket when he caught it and threw it down.
59.
Good recognition by the judges, realizing this is a tougher dunk than it looks. Look where he caught the ball. He was pretty far from the basket. Let's watch Wilkins again. Catch with the right hand. Look at that. Look at that extension. Think the crowd likes it? Oh, yeah.
They got a winner there, and Jay Billis standing by with Wilkins, who came up with 160 points.
Thanks, Dave. And Damien, most of the guys that have been doing this have gone over to their teammates to ask for advice. You went over to Ronald McDonald. What did he tell you?
He told me he should have fed me before I did all this. But I don't think that would have helped. That would have just gave me a lot of cramps. I asked Donnell Harvey and DeMar Johnson, what should I do? They just said, pull something out of the hat. I was like, y'all pulled everything out already, so I can't do anything. But I tried to do a little bit, not much.
Now, most of these guys can beat their dads and their uncles in dunk contests. How about you? Can you beat yours?
I don't know. That'll be a tough one. I think that'll be a good one to watch for a second. But after that, I'll probably be out of it.
Now, for those who don't know your game, what will you bring to NC State next year?
Hard work, intensity, offensive aggressiveness, defensive aggressiveness, and just a whole lot of leadership.
Well, I know Herb Sendek will be happy to have you, and Dave, he's not going to take Ronald McDonald with him to Raleigh.
No offense to Ronald, but let's hope not. Hope you're on the money on that leaderboard as we go to break. Harvey, Boozer, Wilkins is in that group, and Kenny Satterfield, the lone guard. We're coming on back to Ames in a moment. Back here in Ames for more of the Sprite Slam Jam and three-point contest. Hey, stay with us on ESPN. Coming up right after the Sprite Slam Jam is the McDonald's All-American High School Game. The game features the best high school basketball seniors in America. You can also log on to ESPN.com during the game and listen to the East and West All-Star coaches live. It all starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. From right here in Ames, the McDonald's High School All-America Game coming up next on ESPN. You know, there's already 2 Jason Williamses in the NBA. Soon there may be 3. Jay Billis takes a closer look at the newest Jason Williams to star on the basketball floor.
Why is Jason Williams the best high school player in America? Take a look. But there's a lot more to Jason Williams than what you see on the court.
Hi, I'm Jason Williams, St. Joe's High School, McDonald's National Player of the Year. Welcome to my world.
Jason's world is centered in Metuchen, New Jersey, St. Joseph's High School. At this all-boys school, the kid they call Jay is the big man on campus.
My boy Wolverine, playing a basketball team. Next Jordan. It's my boy George. His name is George. Call him George, his nickname.
After spending time with Jason at St. Joe's, you realize something. Almost every student, from seniors to freshmen, consider him a friend. His outgoing nature makes everyone around him comfortable.
This is my boy Tony right here. Yo, Tony! Hey, Tony! Everybody knows you. Everybody looks up to you. I have little freshmen sometimes, you know. Jake, have your autograph. It's weird, you know, sometimes when even your best friends ask you for your autograph, you're like, you know, come on, you're like my best friend. Like, oh, come on, a little autograph on the side. I guess it's good, though.
While the nation may be just learning about Jason Williams, those around central New Jersey have known he's something special for a long time. How many kids do you know that have had their grade school jersey retired? Jason did.
I just started to score a lot, and I could do a lot of things that people couldn't. Like, me and Brian always used to work out in the backyard together, and we just see moves that we were both doing, like, oh, I never knew I could do that, you know? And it's weird because you keep growing and keep learning different things and just get better and better each day.
I've known him for 6 years right now, and there's not been one year I can't remember where he hasn't put in all the hard work. There's been summers that we go on the parks like every day, and he's really worked on his game. I mean, whether working on his handle individually, anything, he really put that hard work.
The award
awards are numerous, the accolades overwhelming and well-deserved. But the McDonald's Player of the Year award is based on more than just on-court excellence. It also rewards achievements in academics and outside activities. To Jason, his most impressive numbers aren't his points per game, but his grade point average and SAT score. He's worked harder on those than any part of his game.
A+. Since my freshman year, I started to take academics more seriously, because I know the basketball's going to inflate one day. It's not always going to be around, and I'm going to need something to fall back on. So I really took my time and started to prepare for college and just get things straight with school, and I owe that to my friends and my parents.
I think that's why he won the award. He's the entire package. There's more to Jason than just basketball. He's a real person. He's a good citizen. His grades are good, and he's got a great smile, you know, and that makes it that much easier to coach and to be associated with Jason Williams.
He's been named the National Player of the Year, and he's joining Mike Krzyzewski and the Duke Blue Devils next fall. It would be very easy for Jason Williams to get a swelled head. In fact, you might wonder how he doesn't. The answer comes from his attitude and his ability to keep things in perspective.
He's a great person. He's taken this in stride, hasn't changed his personality. It's a lot of weight on a young kid, and he's just worn it great.
I'm McDonald's National Player of the Year, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with being that. And a lot of people look at me in different ways and expect me to do certain things I can't do. But they just have to understand I'm a 17-year-old, like my mother says, and I'm still a kid. I'm still a teenager growing up. And I'm going to do the best I can all the time.
Starting to bunch up on the leaderboard here for our Slam Jam. Harvey, Boozer, Wilkins, and Satterfield. So we get ready for our next contestant. And it's another guard, Kenny Satterfield. 158. Here's Jason Williams. Let's see what a little guy can bring to the dunk contest this evening.
Well, Jason Williams trying to help Kenny Satterfield represent the backcourt of high school basketball right now. Can't let all those big guys get away with these dunks.
McDonald's National Player of the Year.
You know, Dave, it seems like every year the guards get bigger and bigger. I mean, when Magic Johnson came on as a point guard at 6'8", I thought, well, maybe that's as big as they'll get as we watch Williams go through his first dunk. But they keep getting bigger. This is a talented young man right here, Jason Williams. Watch this. Coming from out of the crowd. You must remember, this is a young man that is only 6'2". To St. Joseph's High School up in New Jersey, and a reverse jam right there, heading to Duke. Makes Jay Billis real happy, I know that.
Tell you what, Duke fans got to be going crazy because they know they bring this young man in. They have Avery's coming back. They got all kinds of possibilities. Corey McGetty. I mean, the interchangeability continues at Duke.
Options, options, options. That's what coaches like to have.
Whoa. Nice little vogue up in the air.
Is that in vogue?
This isn't bad here. Watch the pose up top.
Yes, hello. Nice toss down that time. He's got to go change the net right now. He hung the net up with this dunk. That's a nice pose, huh? That's more for the photographers. I don't know if you get points for that.
Tell you what, that'll look great in a still, though.
Yeah.
Second dunk, 56. May want to be conservative on this one. Get on the board.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he gets some points here. I think he's going to go back and do the same thing again.
I believe you are correct.
Wow, that's a 10 in my book.
And 10, 1-9. Sonny Hill gave him a 9.
Watch this. Outside the free throw lane and caught it and threw it down. You've seen this dunk. It really is kind of the one that everybody wants to use today. Jason Williams, you got to remember, he's only 6'2". What's the reaction of his teammates? Oh, yeah. Well, a little enthusiasm.
Well, I'm sure Jason feels pretty good because he's taking over the lead, right, Jay?
Jason Williams was on the Rosie O'Donnell show, and you told me that the flight took a little bit out of your legs. Obviously not too much.
Well, my legs are still hurting. I'm not able to jump as high as I usually can, but I was out here trying to have fun and just, I don't know, I tried to do my dunk and it just went down, so it was good.
Well, you're headed to Duke next year, and a lot of people ask, with so many All-Americans already on that roster, why Duke? Why not somewhere else?
I figured Duke because you get the best competition
competition playing against people every day in practice. I mean, they have All-Americans all the time. And the only way you're going to get better is playing against better competition. And if you're around that environment every day, you're definitely bound to get better.
Well, when you met Rosie O'Donnell today, you got a kiss. We'll just shake your hand if you don't mind.
All right, thanks a
lot. Nice touch, Jay. Jason Williams, like his attitude, going for that competition. Jason's our leader after that 59 on his final dunk. We'll be back in a moment. Here are the finalists for our Sprite Slam Jam. Jason Williams, the last participant in the first round, took the lead with 171 points, and getting ready to see them in action. The finalists are set. And as they plot what dunks will get them the trophy, let's look back to last year as Jay Billis tells us where last year's All-Americans are now.
For some college athletes, success is hard to come by at any stage of their careers. And for a freshman, the transition from high school to college can be especially difficult. But for these former McDonald's All-Americans, success is as natural as their ability. For Duke forward Corey Maggette, his freshman year not only meant being part of the #1 team in the country, but it also showed he was one of the best and most spectacular 6 men in college basketball. Putting in 18 minutes a game, Maggette averaged 11 points and 4 rebounds. And more importantly, when injury sideline starter Trajan Langdon, Maggette proved he could step into the starting role, showing that this first-year athlete was ready for anything. No one could have predicted the impact DePaul rookie forward Quentin Richardson would have on Conference USA. Richardson was second in the league in scoring, averaging 19 per game. He also led the conference and was 6th in the nation in rebounding with over 10 per game. He recorded 14 double-doubles in the regular season, and his postseason honors include not only a place on the all-freshman team, but also on the all-conference first team. He was named Conference USA Freshman and Player of the Year.
Well, Quentin's a winner. I mean, no matter how you turn him up and down and look around and watch his game and look at his history, he's just a winner. He tips the ball when it counts. He gets the loose ball. He takes a charge. He makes a basket. He stops as an offensive player. I mean, he's just a winner.
St. John's guard Eric Barkley capped his outstanding first year by earning a spot on the Big East All-Rookie team. Barkley not only started every game for the Johnnies this season, but was 3rd on the team in scoring. However, it wasn't just his play that received attention, but his attitude.
Eric Barkley is as good as advertised, and not necessarily for the reasons that people say. Eric Barkley is first a winner. He doesn't make mistakes. He's a kid that, I mean, competes and wants to get better. And he doesn't care how many points he gets. He wants to win. He's totally dedicated to the team and to winning.
A trio of McDonald's All-Americans made their way to the University of North Carolina this season. Chris Lang was 3rd on the team in both scoring and rebounding. Jason Capel yielded 9.5 points and 4 rebounds for the Heels. And while Ronald Curry saw plenty of quality time for Carolina basketball, football was where this young athlete really excelled. He's expected to be the starting quarterback for North Carolina in the upcoming football season. Florida freshmen Mike Miller and Teddy Dupay have been key additions to the Gators program. Miller's versatile skills and Dupay's prolific shooting have helped these 2 players become 2 of the top 3 scorers for Billy Donovan. Known for his cool demeanor under pressure, Jeff Boschee not only became the Big 12 Freshman of the Year, but also the Big 12 Conference Tournament MVP. He was also the first freshman in Kansas history to make more than 50 three-pointers, with his final tally at 79. UCLA's dynamic duo included Dan Gadzuric and the team's leading rebounder, Jaron Rush. Both were honored for their play with Pac-10 All-Rookie honors. Starting in 25 games, Richard Jefferson was the 4th leading scorer for the Arizona Wildcats and the 2nd leading assist man. An All-Pac-10 freshman member, the Wildcats scored in double figures 17 times. Minnesota's Joel Przybilla made his presence known inside this season. Finishing 2nd in the Big Ten in blocks, Przybilla had a game high of 10 against Fresno State and a grand total of 82 rejections on the year. Well, it remains to be seen just how much these former McDonald's All-Americans will accomplish in their careers. It's certain that their futures are bright, and the best is yet to come.
We've had a look at last year's All-Americans. This year, here in 1999, we are ready for the Slam Dunk Championship final round. And Jason Williams, he's our leader heading into the finals. We're ready for final round action. Jason Williams, the leader. Harvey, Boozer, and Wilkins on the board. But we do have a new development here, and Jay Billis standing by with Jason Williams.
Thanks, Dave. And Jason, you've got some ice taped to your right arm. It looks like your right forearm. What happened?
I don't know. I guess I just dunked the ball too hard. And I don't know. I just probably pulled a muscle in my arm, but it's all right. I'm just trying to rest up, and I'm going to stop now because I don't want to hurt myself anymore. Just rest up for the McDonald's All-American game.
Well, do you remember what dunk it happened on? Was it one, or was it accumulation of more than one?
I probably couldn't tell you because I was just really pumped up, and I just wanted to go out there and have get a couple good dunks. And I know the last dunk after it was done, I kind of pushed my forearm up, and it started to hurt. So that's when I realized that happened.
Well, we're sorry you won't be in the rest of the competition. Don't you feel too bad? That used to happen to me, Dave, and Larry all the time.
So we have a scratch. Jason Williams, the point total leader, he's out. So we'll have Harvey, Boozer, and Wilkins competing for the championship.
Jay was giving us more credit than we really deserve, I think.
Well, and those little 3-foot baskets, I could get up on those when the kids were little. Carlos Boozer going to get it off, get us started here. The final round. He did the smart thing on his final jam in the first round. He got in there and just got some points. Kept it simple and registered a score to get him up to 160, went 55, 57, and 48.
Probably a pretty good idea by Jason Williams to bow out of this competition as we watch Carlos Boozer go for his first one, and he couldn't get off the ground. Yeah, you'd like to put on a good performance in the McDonald's game, and that's the reason you're here.
You bet.
You don't want to come in here and injure yourself and put yourself out of the game.
Power there. I know folks back in New York at St. John's University, they are just so anxious to hear what this young man will decide, because if Ron Artest does decide to leave, or even if he stays, the addition of this young man really adds to a very good ball club, makes them even more powerful up front.
The basketball team obviously was very disappointed that they didn't get any further than they did, but what a great year they had. I mean, a lot of people never even picked them to even get close to the Sweet 16, and they did so very well. You got to give Mike Jarvis a lot of credit for that, Dave.
Yes, indeed.
360?
360s always get nice numbers,
Yeah,
and
they get good numbers. It's kind of like the Academy Awards, you know. You're always going to get a little bit of a statuette if you can turn around and do that. Pretty good maneuver right here. This guy's very athletic. Once again, we talked about his size earlier, his ability to really maneuver on the floor out there, and he can do that. 6'9" and 245.
The Boozer with a 53 in his first, a 55 on the second. Here's number 3.
A cut dunk. Not a whole lot of creativity in those 3 dunks, but they'll register good points.
That it does. Dominique Wilkins used to cup it like this, go by the basket, throw it back. So Boozer completes his final round with 159. The other 2 finalists coming your way after we take a break here from Ames, Iowa. Back in minutes. Back here in Ames, Iowa, and our next competitor getting advice from Sonny Hill, and Sonny Hill invoking the name of Connie Hawkins.
I think Sonny Hill ought to be disqualified. He's out there trying to tell Donnell Harvey what to do to dunk so he can get a lot of points. And look, see, Harvey's over there lobbying the judges now.
Influence. Well, he's got to perform it now.
Damien Wilkins awaiting his turn right now. He's been watching Harvey over there lobby the judges.
Damien Wilkins ran up a score of 160 in the first round. From behind the basket.
And Wilkins misses his first one. Damien's got his sweats on right now. You know, that's got to put a little bit of a drag on you when you're going up.
Too far out. Oh, he still got it. I didn't think he had enough.
Dave, that would have been only for you and me. We could never have reached it. He reached it.
What a recovery. Well-earned 58 out of 60.
Most impressive. See, no lobbying on his part. He just went up and did it. He says, of course. Everybody reaching for 9s and 10s.
And Coleman, boy, I saw him go, whoa. 58 on the first.
This for you, PTC. We'll try something.
See what he's got for his second, Doug.
He's trying to gather his momentum right now. Here we go again. The bounce.
That won't get big numbers, but he got it down.
Yeah, nothing but 8s. Damien once again throwing the ball down and simply catching. We've seen that before.
Yep. Scoring 8, 9, or 10. 8's the lowest.
Oh, wait, even they had thumbs down on that one.
Joe Forte. Tough room. Tough room.
Oh, what a crowd. Here goes Wilkins back for his third one. And a miss. Gonna make sure he gets points on this one. That's a good one off the glass. You know, Dave, one of the things that's interesting to me, at least for all these guys, they've been playing against each other in summer camps for the last couple of years. They all know each other really well. As we watch Wilkins throw his last dunk down, you know, by the time they get through in college, they probably will have played against each other at least 6 or 8 times.
Sure.
It's not like these young men are isolated right now. They have opportunities to go play just about anywhere they want during the summertime. And with the availability of all these summer camps, bringing all these stars together, they have a chance to play against each other and really learn each other before they even get to college.
It's so true. Got a tie. Wilkins with that 53 gives him 159, tying Boozer. So that's a score Harvey's got to beat. Jason Williams was the first-round leader at 171 points, but he scratched because of an injury to his forearm. Boozer with 159, Wilkins with 159. So look at Harvey and some places he's thinking about.
He is a highly sought-after player. Look at it. He looks at the scores. Now he's disappointed. He's saying, come on.
Sonny Hill put a 9 up, shaking his head. He says, nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, he's the only player I've seen so far that turns around and looks at his scores. He wants to know how he did.
Immediately.
Look at this. The 360, the throwdown. Turn and look at the judges. What they get. I think the crowd liked it a little better than the judges did.
56. 159 is the number.
I tell you, Harvey's got a running commentary going with these judges.
Yeah.
What's this? Is this straight up underneath without the run and jump? That's tough. Dave, that is so hard to do.
Just jumped straight up. They got 10, 10, 10, 10, 8, and a 9.
I'm going to tell you what, that is very, very difficult.
a tough room. Let me tell you, Marty Terrell, Jock Radio, gave him an 8. Unpopular call.
To go from a squatting jump just straight down and up. Watch the reaction of the players. They know how hard that is. That is really tough. You know, but that's the kind of dunk you get in the game. I mean, some guys around you, you get the rebound, and you take it straight back up.
So 57. He's at 113. He needs a 47 will win it. 47 will win it, so if he could...
Well, he'll get that because they got nothing but 8s over there.
That's
right. He's already got it. All he's got to do is just dunk it and get 8s, and he's home free.
Something with a low to moderate degree of difficulty, and just make sure it goes through. That'll do it.
That's good. That's real good. Between the legs.
I don't think there's any doubt about that one. 10s across the board.
Look at Donnell. He's over there slapping hands with everybody. Watch this, folks. Between the legs and up and down.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, Donnell, you should take a little stroll. Arms up, wavy.
Tell you what, do you think that's easy? Try that in your kids' room with a Nerf basketball. Try to throw it down on a 3-foot rim. Let me tell you something. This says it all when the competitors...
You know, when your peers appreciate what you did.
That's it.
That's all that is required.
Lights out. Donnell Harvey's the 1999 Slam Jam champion. Resounding win. 173 beating Boozer and Wilkins. We'll talk to him after this.
ESPN's presentation of the Sprite Slam Jam is brought to you by Sprite. Image is nothing. Thirst is everything. Obey your thirst. By the irresistible taste that makes you say, did somebody say McDonald's? And by new tartar control Listerine. What brushing starts, Listerine finishes.
Well, we have a winner here in our Sprite Slam Jam. His name is Donnell Harvey. Put up some numbers. 173 points to beat Boozer and Wilkins. And Donnell Harvey out of Georgia standing by with Jay Billis.
Thanks, Dave. And Mike Slocum of Sprite has another presentation to make. Mike.
Donnell, congratulations on rocking the house and being the winner of the 1999 Slam Dunk Contest.
Well, it's a great honor to win this award. I went out thinking I couldn't win because the Bendham come from the free throw line and all the other high jumpers, and I just went out and gave it all I got, and I ended up winning it.
Well, Donnell, let's take a look at the monitor. Take a look at your second dunk there. Tell me what happened during that dunk. Give a little commentary on it now.
Well, I was kind of nervous because sometimes I try to get hung with it and I miss it. So I just went up and jumped as high as I can and took it through my leg and dunked me. I was excited after I made it.
Now, one of your dunks, you looked over at the judges. You couldn't believe that your marks were quite that low. Were you thinking a little Holyfield Lewis there?
Well, he gave me an 8. I wasn't expecting an 8. I was expecting like a 9 or a 10, but it's all right. He paid off. I kind of still got the high score, so.
Well, Donnell, congratulations on being the slam dunk champion. Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Jay, and congratulations to Donnell. Job well done. For Jay Billis and Larry Conley, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us here in Ames. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com. Stay right here. Coming up next on ESPN, it's the McDonald's All-American High School Game.